These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work out?
It doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
It
out?
doesn't even.
Check. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We are here. We are live. We are back in the building, except not on Twitch because we're still having Twitch issues. My apologies to you, Llama, Ice and Dark, if you come in here later. I wanted to still go live so you guys got the notification. But yeah, as you can see, we are still dealing with the Twitch issue, but that's okay because we are here on Twitter, on YouTube, and I think that's it. Happy Thursday, February 19th. Happy Grand Arena Moku Day. The show is not sponsored by Moku, but by the looks of it, you would think that it was. Your boy is Moku'd out. You're gonna try and fix it with AI. I logged into my Restream account. I think maybe I have to like disconnect my account, reconnect it, go through the proper channels. I'm not sure why that is happening, and I do apologize. I we'll figure it out at some point, and we will be back and better than ever. How you guys doing? Happy Thursday, dude. This week is like flying by. I got nothing to say about it other than that. The week is going by quick. Hope you're having a good week. Still feels like it's just a weird time right now, man. Like, you see the takes on crypto Twitter. We're going to get into some of them that, this is like the most boring time in crypto in a long time. And it's true, man. It's true, dude. There's like not that much going on, while at the same time there's a lot going on, like $1 million prize pool. You guys see the title. We are definitely gonna talk about that. And it's crazy, man. Like, I almost tweeted out before the show, as quote unquote dead as people feel crypto gaming is, I literally have 30 links every single day for this show of things to talk about, game updates. And so, man, and a lot of them are like really good. A lot of them are really positive. We are going to get into the state of video games at the end of the show. We definitely have some tokenomic talk between Sinjin and Scoriox reviewing the Gigabit? The Gigabit token kind of design that we covered, but we're going to dive deeper into today. We got some major updates from, Fableborn, Off the Grid, kind of you name it. Dead Fellas launched their game. Aurori has a major update. The Beacon, the Sandbox, Origins with Tournament. It's actually like a really exciting show, and we have a lot to talk about. So without further ado, let's just kind of get into it. Hope you guys are well. Thank you guys for being here. Again, shout out to AE, Sunshine, Shoud, Llama. Llama, dude, we gotta you are the show's MVP, man, and really always appreciate you being here. It certainly means so much. Let's go to the normal share here, and I got to bring up the Twitter page for the show. So I was running late. Let me get that up there. There we go. We can just move over just a little bit right here. Dude, why does my face look fat? What's going on, dude? What's going on, man? I'm eating too many chocolates. Can we go backwards? We staying forwards? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Okay. Guys, today's episode is brought to you by Yield Guild Games. In particular, always shout out to all of our sponsors: Sequence, B3, SoulForge Fusion, AI Rev. You know the vibes, but Yield Guild Games is by far the best partner that we've ever had, that we've ever worked with. They are literally carrying crypto gaming on their backs, pretty much bigger and better than anybody. Who else? I think Ronin's doing a good job. I think Immutable's doing a good job. OpenSea, when they do stuff for gaming, and Wolves, it's that's it right now. That's kind of it. Arbitrum's doing a really good job. Solana, we got some Solana gaming news. Stay tuned for that. But that's not about those people. This is about Yield Guild Games, our beloved sponsor. They are wishing you a happy Lunar New Year, and they've got some exciting things coming. Stronger partnerships, expanding the ecosystem, and the community that keeps leveling up. They're just the best, dude. Literally the best. And they just don't stop, man. We got community quests. We got people winning battle passes, winning NFTs, winning YGG. They got game nights with Starvara. We got Gunnies. We got Don't Die game. There was something down here where a bunch of people won Joy Genesis passes. We got Wild Forest. They're just the best, man. And they even have their own games like Waifu Sweeper. It's just in Lowland and Giga Chad Bat. They're the best. Shout them out. All right, guys, let's jump right into the news. We always got to start with some of the biggest gaming news that we've seen today. And it's got to be Fortnite and Game of Thrones, right? apparently there's a collaboration for Fortnite and Game of Thrones coming. We don't have a lot of details, but you know, there's been rumors since 2019, and that collab might finally be coming. Not really surprising, and I mean, it doesn't really move the needle for me too much because, like, we already know Fortnite is the collab god. They're the GOAT, man. When it comes to collabs, man, they're building the metaverse. What IP is not in Fortnite or is not going to eventually be in Fortnite? So GG's to them. I got to be honest with you guys, not a Game of Thrones fan. Doesn't do it for me. Never really got into it. I tried a few episodes, couldn't do it. Wasn't my show, wasn't my thing, but no disrespect. I see clips on YouTube every now and then, and I'm like, oh, like the scene, oh, like I get it. Like I get the drama, the brilliance and the layers of the show, but it's a little just too much for me to really get into. Yo, why is this thing like moving? Wait, what? Hold up. This should be like 15 pixels, 16 pixels. It was like 5 pixels. Got to move that over a few hairs. All right, next up, we got to talk about the state of crypto, the existential crisis that we are feeling. Like, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the bullest of markets. It was the bearest of markets. What the heck is going on in the space? Crypto Grit in the building. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for tuning in, my guy. Fiscance, if you don't know Fiscance, goated legend, old guard of crypto Twitter, deep thought leader, thinker, incredibly successful, joker of all trades. He says the parts of crypto that are in existential crises are those who thought crypto would be a freedom-focused middle finger to TradFi, those who wanted crypto to remain cool, weird, quirky, and degen, those who expected the easy PvE 100x alt season cycles to repeat instead of the business gravity setting in. And he says those are the parts that are not in a, well, those are in a crypto existential crisis, but the parts that like aren't in existential crises are those excited that crypto is offering more efficient infra stack for TradFi institutions, and then professional traders and investors who can swoop in with regulatory clarity and eat up all the alpha. So this was a quote tweet of, the craziness that like we're seeing. BlackRock partnered with Uniswap. Apollo partners with Morpho. I don't know who Apollo is. OpenAI rolled out the EVM bench. Hyperliquid is launching a US policy center. Like, genuinely some of the best news that the space has seen in a very long time. The future is bright, but it just like doesn't feel that way for us because we're all broke. GM Ghost Cat in the building. You're watching the live, just recording on YouTube. Oh, I mean, you're watching the lives, just recording. You're on YouTube, but you're commenting on Twitter. Got it. Hey, we'll take those views, baby. We'll take those views. Can BlackRock invest in my bags? No. You get nothing. You get like that's how it feels over here, Sam. Willy Wonka, like, you get nothing. You lose, sir. Have a good day. Unless BlackRock invests in Remix, which they totally should. Sam, you should probably work on that. Can we get a BlackRock game jam? A little BlackRock game jam, some Larry Fink, side scrollers, what are we doing over here? Get to work, Sam, get to work. Kidding. I love you, Sam. I love you. Just jokes. Listen, I talked about the crypto existential crisis on Twitter today. Believe it or not, this is like one of the most engaged posts that I've had in terms of like real substance, And dude, Listen, man, I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of being nice. I'm a nice guy. I want to promote positivity, but we gotta keep it real. We gotta call a spade a spade. I love this space and industry too much to just like stand by and not comment on the BS and the bad stuff that I see happening. And it's just like, bruh, like all the bruh, can we talk for a minute? Can we talk, guys, can we talk for a minute? We're all friends here, right? Can we talk about these freaking crypto KOLs, man? These KOLs on crypto Twitter, the calls, the caballers with their engagement farms and their trolls and their shit posting, and every day it's a new meta. How many toxic trends are we gonna see them promote? Just jumping to the next SocialFi, InfoFi, meme coins, Yaps, Laudio. Remember Laudio? Remember when everyone was draining our feeds with Laudio? The outright bullshit. And then they all extracted. They either extracted, Twitter, like sponsorships, Twitter monetization, engagement. Oh, all in the name of engagement, right? Like all in, like clicks by any means necessary. And then they have the gall. These guys have the gall to be like pointing fingers at everybody else and be like, "Oh, you guys ruined it." It's like, bro, like, y'all are a part of the problem. You guys are a part of the problem. It sucks. They could have pushed crypto forward. They could have built. They could have added value, but they just like added to the echo chamber and the I don't know, man. Just the crap. The crap that like brought the space down. We know. Anyways, moving on. On the same wavelength. Somewhat related, but also just moving on to other topics. We had this clip from Kate Irwin yesterday with Ryan Fwiz. Ryan Wyatt. Ryan Fwiz Wyatt. That's right. I knew him. Former YouTube head of gaming. What did he do at Polygon? He was like head of gaming at Polygon or, something at Polygon. And then he moved to, was it Optimism? He was like head of growth at Optimism. And now he's the CEO of Kronos Labs. The guy has moved around. And one would wonder, like, bro, what did you do? Like, I was wondering. I was like, what did he do this entire time that he was at all these projects? I asked Grok, and he actually did a ton. I'm not disparaging Fwiz at all. He's actually a freaking killer, and he did a ton. I think that like he basically was responsible for, listen, make of it what you will, but remember when Starbucks had NFTs on Polygon and all that stuff? Like that whole push to bring mainstream brands into crypto last cycle. I think that Ryan Fwiz had a huge hand in a lot of that stuff behind the scenes. So he is a very effective executive in the crypto, like, traditional Web 2 world who came into crypto and made shit happen. It's just like, since I've been here for the past 4 years, I've just seen him, have 4 different jobs. And I'm like, that's crazy. But it's also normal, right? That's how it goes. Anyways, I'm rambling. He says crypto gaming should not be a priority for anyone right now. Get this guy out of here. Boo! Like, what are you talking about? I'm joking. Kate Irwin, shout out to Kate, doing incredible journalistic work. She's the best journalist that we have. I one day aspire to be 1/20th of her talent and impact in the industry. And, great interview with Ryan Wyatt. Cool to hear him speaking on it. Nothing but respect to the both of them. We're all just joking and good fun. But yeah, let's watch this clip real
plug
quick.
into it
Let's
is going
watch
to
this
be a
clip. I mean,
gaming and
it's a cool thing to do right now, man. Just to dunk on crypto gaming, huh? We got Hasib out here talking down on us, saying no one wants, Web3 gaming. No one's playing these games. The consumers don't want it. Consumer apps and crypto are doomed to fail. And we got Ryan Wyatt saying that gaming should not be a priority right now. We as a collective industry dropped billions of dollars on it and produced nothing. First of all, I think I tweeted that out like a month ago. So, listen. But anyways, let's watch this.
Joe needs to breathe a little bit.
Roll the clip.
We, as a collective industry, dropped billions of dollars on it and produced nothing.
Pain.
So I think we need to wait. And honestly, maybe the way that gaming does plug into it is going to be, again, abstracted away long-term too. Like kind of, so it's like, if this stuff is on rails and you're using a wallet where stablecoins there, that's maybe how you're purchasing assets. Maybe in the future, these things do sit on chain. Who knows? I just don't think that needs to be at the forefront or prioritization for.
Listen, Sam says that he kind of agrees with the guy. It's a little bit narrow-minded, but I think it's largely accurate. 100%. 100%. I agree. I tweeted this out. Like, billions of dollars came into the space, and like, what do we have to show for it? But here's the thing. The former head of gaming at YouTube, who like worked at Polygon, who brought Starbucks and Nike, and I don't know if he brought in Nike or whatever, but brought in all these brands. Like, the adults in the room were the ones that were supposed to do this stuff, man. How is it little old Sam and little old Icy and Crypto Grid are the ones like, making this shit move when these guys with their, like veteran resumes and track records who had all the money were supposed to get this shit popping, and they invested in dog shit and promoted dog shit. I don't know. I'm not putting that on Ryan, of course. I'm just like, it's annoying. It's annoying to me when no one takes accountability. It's fine to call it out, but like, can we also, and Ghost Cat too. Ghost Cat's a real one. Day one. It's like, where's the accountability? Where can we have some accountability? Kate Irwin has been trying to hold people accountable for like 4 years with her journalism and her questions and her hard-hitting questions. Anyways, that's all I'll say about the clip. We don't have to do a deep dive here. We got him Mars with the meme of the day, perfectly summing this up. We got crypto gaming versus gaming. We got Ryan Gosling, teenage Ryan Gosling, Temple Run, Candy Crush Saga, Subway Surf, Hill Climb Racing. And then we got crypto gaming, Pirate Nation, Axie Infinity, Forgotten Universe, 9 Heroes. We got the classic meme of Ryan Gosling from, what is this? This is Runner 2049? Edge Runner? What is it? Cyberpunk Runner 2040? What movie is this? You guys know the movie. Scoriox in the building. Scoriox, hang out, brother. We are going to be talking about your post very, very soon. So great to have you in the chat, man. Good morning. You are up early. Scoriox legend in the chat, guys. And if you didn't know, that is Scoriox's YouTube. So everybody on YouTube, Blade Runner, thank you. I'm thinking like Edge Runners, like Cyberpunk, Goated show, by the way. Goated show. Go watch that. Guys, go follow Scoriox's YouTube. It's right there. It's right. You guys see it in the chat. Moku. Guys, Moku season is here. The Grand Arena is live with their season 1 $1 million prize pool. You guys see we Moku'd out. We Grand Arena'd out. Exclusive Yield Guild YGG Play Summit merch here. Moku hat that I got. I don't know. When did I get this hat? GDC last year? I don't know. We're having Hantao on the show tomorrow. So if you guys like the shows that we do here, we're having Hantao on. He's going to tell us all about Grand Arena Season 1. You can head over to fantasy.grandarena.gg right now to start building your lineups and entering the contests. The contests are open for entry right now, and the matches are beginning tonight in 1.5 hours. 90-minute alert, 8 p.m. EST. The scoring is going live. Like, literally jump in right now. Don't leave the show. Just open up fantasy.grandarena.gg in another tab. Your Mokies are going to be battling. This is AI gaming prediction markets, Twitch viewership, like, streaming combined. I'll be honest with you guys. I got to see it. I love Hantao so much. We believe in Hantao. Hantao has been building up to this moment for 3-4 years. So, and he's one of the sharpest and shrewdest minds that we have in the space. Day one builder, never faltered with his conviction, continues to pivot a little bit, try things out, see what doesn't work, and then pivot into what is working and like what he believes in, and give it his all, man. So we got to support Moku. Is it too late to get started? Absolutely not. You can open up packs. You can stack some Mokies. Crypto Grit has a great video. Didn't I just comment on your video, Crypto Grit? Let's pull up yo video, son. Oh no, you were talking about NHS. My bad. False alarm. Take that back. Oh, well, Ronin, never mind. Speaking of how to get started and where to go, Ronin has a great blog post on their, Substack? Everything that you need to know, key points, how to get started, everything. Link in the show notes. Crypto Grit does have Moki videos. I knew I wasn't crazy. Guys, I do this. So there's a really good guide. Here, I'll try and post it in the chat for your boys. If you want to go check that out. The link is on the YouTube. If I can, sometimes my copy paste do not be working. And I don't understand why. Paste. There we go. There is that blog post. Moving on, guys, we're going to keep it going. Big crypto games. We got a lot of news to talk about. Other major drop today from Upshot Cards from Retrimentum. Super dope builder in the space. I forget where he was before. I think he was at Grid Network. He was doing some other stuff before, but they just dropped Upshot Cards. It's getting the Mizzy sign of approval, which means a lot. I've had some calls with the team. I think we're gonna do some collaboration. This is not paid or sponsored or anything, but when good people reach out to me and they're like, "Yo, we're doing some cool stuff," I'm like, "Yeah, I want to hear about it. I want to support." So they've combined prediction markets with card pack openings. So you can buy a pack, rip it open, and then the cards within them are tied to different prediction markets. Like, is the Logan Paul Pokemon card going to sell over $16 million? And it's a bit complicated. I'll be honest, because I kept asking him where are the markets, all this stuff. But they've got a really nice website. They've got really nice branding, and they are Gigabrains. So they've got some really big partnerships and advisors on board. So something to, maybe alpha, not financial advice, do your own research. But we do have ICO Beast, the alpha god himself, is on board. He's interested. He claimed his card. So he says he's been dying for another fantasy-style crypto Twitter native card game to play with Fantasy Top after they're winding down. Upshot is building something that looks interesting, at least to him, on Base, with great backers, and clearly Base is doubling down on supporting builders with their recent changes. So you can get, I think, I forget what it is, your card. What do they call this? They're calling it your personalized card. So you can get your personalized card. You can see ICO Beast right there. Kind of cool. Could be cool. They dropped that today. Go alpha. You know what else dropped today? We got the game Dead Lucky from Dead Fellas. Shout out to Dead Fellas. Shout out to Betty NFT. You know, like, great project. You know, beloved NFT project. OG builders in the space. If you guys aren't familiar, I've been following Betty and Dead Fellas. They've been talking about their game. They've been kind of building in public, kind of like teasing it for the most part. But their Dead Lucky game is here. Apparently they launched it with a Dead Lucky coin token on Pump Fund. I got nothing to do with that. I don't touch tokens right now. I don't really touch Pump Fund right now. But you know, there's a Medium article with the CA and all of the details if that is your thing. I just like it when these very established NFT projects do cool, innovative gaming stuff. And this is like not something that they cooked up in a weekend, like some slop that they're putting out. Like they've been working on this for a while and they've been very excited about it for a while. I can't speak to the game. I haven't tried it yet. It's actually really interesting. It looks like it's kind of like a dice game, which kind of reminds me of, you know, Don't Die. There's going to be a daily puzzle, which is cool. Not my kind of game, but good luck, have fun. Exactly. But again, we like to support builders on the channel, so you know they're here, they're building. Again, shout out to Betty. If you like puzzles or appreciate fun experiences, then this game was made for you. Mount Doji in the building, Angel Claw in the building. Thank you guys for swinging by. Can't believe what you said about Game of Thrones. Don't hate me, bro. Don't hate me. Why didn't you make a post about the stream? Bro, Twitter is so down bad. You're absolutely right. I should be. Why doesn't Twitter like show the streams anymore? It's crazy. But we got the real ones pulling up in the building. We don't need, as long as I got you guys, that's all I need. Dead Fellas game is here. You love to see it. Aurori, a huge announcement from Aurori. A whole new meta is coming February 24th. We got a whole video.
Bigger than your ego after a lucky win.
Shout
Bigger
out to,
than the arguments you keep having in
Rafike.
Discord. And definitely bigger than the excuses you're on every time you keep getting wrecked.
What? I like that.
This update
Talk your
is
shit.
packed with new features
Game
and a
looks
reworked
great, man.
combat system designed to awaken your competitive instincts. First up, Ether attack and defense stats. That's
we played
right.
this
we brought
game
them
a
back.
lot at YGG Play Summit. I think that they were one of the partners at the whole event, and you know, I would love to like dive more into this game because the graphics are great. It seems like if we're gonna have a Pokemon battler, like Aurori is kind of the game. Big shout out to Bachara. I know that she's worked with them a bunch. She has streamed the game a bunch, so she probably has the metas. I know Storming has also had a bunch of the meta. They have been here year after year, building, improving, shipping. And Solana Gaming is supporting them, so you'll love to see it. There's a whole new meta coming February 24th. Mark your calendars, or if you don't want to mark your calendar, you can go to gamingdaily.gg/calendar, and the calendar is marked for you. You know who else is coming out with a big activation, a game that you haven't heard about in a while? The Beacon. The Beacon is back February 24th through the 26th with a 3-day playtest. For the very first time, the Beacon multiplayer is coming. You can experience it alongside your friends during Goblin's Gambit Pre-Season 1. I almost thought they'd fade out by now. Dude, the Beacon does stuff like... if you've ever like been on an island, they have a thing called island time where things are just slow. Everything is slower on an island because, you know, people are just chilling and it takes time for things to get there. You can't just like go down the street and get what you need sometimes. They got to ship it over on a boat. They need to come up with a new term for the type of time that the Beacon is on. The Beacon does things like they do one thing a year. They do one thing a year, dude. So like what people will try to do in like a quarter, they'll have like their quarter plans. The Beacon is like, yeah, a quarter for the Beacon is like a year. So they're going to take 4 years to do what another game is going to do in a year. Ice and Dark in the building. I apologize once again for the Twitch video not working, but we are live everywhere else. Fuck, Island time. Such a lame excuse for taking 75 minutes to give me my lunch. Exactly. But guys, the Beacon is back. So the one time a year that you get to play the Beacon is here. So, wipe your calendars for the end of February. We got Aurora coming. We got the Beacon. And we got the Sandbox. I know everybody loves the Sandbox. Everybody's favorite metaverse is back with season 7. Guys, they pay me to stream their game. We love the Sandbox. We support the Sandbox over here. I drink my water every day out of the Sandbox Yeti flask that they sent me. Jokes aside, season 7 is coming back. I've participated in season 4, season 5, season 6. I've had good times. They always do major like IP collabs, and there's been some really fun ones. Last season they did Peaky Blinders, and it was a lot of fun. Like someone was saying earlier, crypto games don't have stories. Like no one leads with like lore and stories and things like that. And I'm like, yeah, dude, crypto games suck at telling stories. Illuvium was supposed to be the one to bring the story, Storyox. Where's the Illuvium lore? But the Sandbox has like fun, storied IP quests. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I get it. But like for a gaming experience, especially for like a short, like 20, 60, 90 minute, like jump in there, go through this story. You're going to have some twists and turns. I've done the Hellboys one. I've done the Terminator one. Peaky Blinders, like I said. I've had some really good times in the Sandbox. So, I wouldn't count the Sandbox out, man. I wouldn't count them out. Wouldn't count the boys out. Are they teasing like who they have? I don't know. I don't see any new IPs. The Cheech and Chong one was crazy. You guys are missing out. If you did not do the Cheech and Chong in the Sandbox, I'm telling you, you're missing out. I don't think I was able to do the Black Mirror one. I tried to last time, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it was open or something or this or that, but the Black Mirror one, if they spin the block and work with your boy on some streams, I would be keen to check that out. All right, guys, next up, Origins, tournament alert, alpha. Guys, the Wolves have partnered with Project Origins. We're running it back, baby. If you know, you know. If you were at last Wolves Den and you experienced the Origins tournament at the Wolves Den, it was insane. It was electric. It was like, it's the best shit about gaming. The LAN parties, like having everybody there, shouting and screaming and competing and hanging out, just playing games on the couch. That's what happened last year, and it was so good. They're running it back officially. Like that was like a private kind of like, premiere, like under wraps, undercover. This is like their coming out party. This is like, we are here. We are ready. Look at that box, dude. They're hosting the first in-person Origins tournament during GDC in about 3 weeks. You can win some pre-launch alpha boxes, and the Wolves are going to be doing some great activations with them. Super excited. I will be there in the flesh. You know me. I'll be recording, getting the clips, getting the interviews. I'm super excited. Big shout out to Sam, Peyton, Apix, Kevin Lambert, Timothy Yoista, and Thayer. I know they're all working really hard on this, and very, very exciting. This is one of them ones. This is the one. There's a lot of fun stuff, but like this is the one. And if you can't be there, definitely like follow along on the socials because the content is going to be fire. Speaking of wolves in GDC, that's not all. I told you the boys were cooking. The Barky boys are barking up a storm, as Sam would like to say. They're hosting a collab event with Forecast, official prediction market of gaming daily. Shout out to Forecast. So the events, the mixers, the Lumas, they're starting to build up. If you are in or around the San Francisco area and want to make it to one of these events, highly, highly recommend. Let's keep it moving. Next up, we got to talk about Fableborn. Dude, a bunch of games just released like teasers and art and this or that today. And I freaking love it, dude. This is what I'm here for. This stuff gets me excited, gets me hyped up, because these are the games that are doing cool shit for their, not only for their game, but for their community and for their gamers and players. We got a new hero in Fableborn. And listen, does he look a little icy? Is he an ice-wielding mage, you know? Can he freeze giants in their tracks, you know? Like, am I a little partial? Maybe. Apparently, if you're a Kingdom and Primordial holder, you can even head over to their Discord and help choose her name. Is that a her? Are we not seeing her? Oh, we haven't even seen her yet. Oh, okay. Yeah. This guy's attacking her. Ooh, the lore. Oh, I like it. Head over to the Discord, choose her name. Isafina is what I would say. Isafina? Yeah. Next up, we got Kalos from Parallel showing off some field options for Parallel TCG for the Earthen playfield. And I'm not going to lie, these look sick, dude. These boards look sick. I can't zoom in too much, I guess. Dude, these boards are sick. I like it. I'm a fan. Scoriox, you've played on some boards. What do you think, man? Do we like it? We rocking with this? It's very earthen. I'm not mad at it. Next up, we got Gunzilla. Guns. Off the grid, teasing new regions, new venues. What do you mean new venues? New players. Details soon. Coming soon. The intern also tweeted out, real talk, the next 6 weeks are going to be different. They're going to be different for Guns. He says the team is locked in. And he says the intern's lips are sealed for now, but pay attention. Gun is coming. I told him, I'm like, yo, dude, like, leak some leaks to the press, like give your boy the inside scoop, I don't know. Guns is always doing up to stuff, doing major things. But I'm excited. I'm always excited when they're leaking new things. I hope that they're like, they move the needle. Because I feel like Guns and Off the Grid hasn't done anything in a while to like really move the needle. That's my kind of qualm with the OTG crew. It's like, it just doesn't move me, You know what does move me? Dude, freaking Goblin Town teasing new weapons. Look at these things, bruh. Nah, this is sick. This is gaming. This is like design. Those weapons look crazy. Fun. I tweeted this out. I got to go to my tweet real quick. Put some respect on Goblin Town's name. They deserve more recognition. The only major NFT project that pivoted to gaming in a truly unique and genuine way that is beating, not all, but they are beating, I'm going to say many. They're beating many native crypto games with their IP, their go-to-market, their activations. Facts. I stand on that. 10 toes down. I'm standing on business. Who else went to PAX East? Huh? Who else did a pop-up in New York City? Who else has an entire food truck remade, like custom fabricated into your game IP that you drive around. Who else has was number one post on Reddit in indie dev with over 2,000 upvotes? Who had their IP in the most viral game of the year 2024? Only Up. Who's about that life? Who's about that life? Who's got their game on Epic that's like genuinely incredibly fun, and like unique and custom, like new mechanic. I don't know, man. Goblin Town's sick, dude. Goblin Town's sick. These weapons look sick. It reminds me of what's not the Half-Life, what's the trolling game where the gun like talks to you? Flash Life or High Life. High Life. The weapons remind me of High Life. One, they also remind me of what's the game? Oh my gosh, I just had it and now it's like slipped my head. It reminds me of Super Trip. I'm getting like Super Trip vibes too. Super Trip, another incredible, which is a crypto game. Incredible work on that front. Sick designs from Goblin Town. Gatling gun, flamethrower, autocannon, freeze ray, wormhole gun, all coming to there are millions, and they're already on game 2. I actually talked to AJ from Goblin Town on the OpenSea stream, and I talked to them behind the scenes at PAX East, and they said that they want to keep developing games. They got more games in the canon. There are millions of goblins, dude. Freaking sick. All right, moving on. Let's talk about it. Garga, Bored Apes. I mean, we got to talk about the leaders in the space. Speaking of like major crypto NFT projects, Bored Apes Garga says, what does this mean? Imagine games with dynamic NPCs that can become social media influencers with very near full automation and self-learning abilities. The dead internet theory, guys. Imagine the dead internet theory. Isn't that sick? No, jokes aside, Jonah has been working with the Other Side Meta and apparently Escape Asian, who is the directive creator. I think they're building, Sideload. We've covered these guys before. They've got an experiment with Live Frame where, OpenClaw agents are characters within the Other Side, and then Live Frame can clip them and like promote them, and these guys can become social media stars, darlings, influencers with nearly full automation and self-learning abilities. GTA 6, eat your heart out. Cool. Cool. I mean, cool. That's not going to make me play the game. The game needs to be good, but if that's a cool tech, cool feature, cool to see Bored Apes, Garga working with Jonah. Shout out to Live Frame. Shout out to Jonah. Nothing but love and respect. Let's talk about this one. Okay. So I was on a space earlier today. SNK, Metal Slug, anybody? Metal Slug is coming into Web3. I was on this space earlier with the team behind them, who was like working on it. It was a cool space. Spike was on there. Loki was on there. Shout out to Ice NFTs. Great host. He did a great job. Way too expensive. What's way too expensive? They're trying to bring SNK into Web3. The space, they kind of talked about it. It's clear like they have a licensing partnership with them, but it is an exclusive partnership. They're bringing the world-renowned, nostalgic arcade game Metal Slug 1 to be specific, into crypto, into Web3. When we asked about the game, the guy, Tronny, The guy didn't have much to say. He said, it's kind of being approved and not, couldn't really speak too much about it. The big pitch for this Twitter space was like 2 NFTs and a token. That was like 2 NFTs and a token, 2 NFTs and a token, 2 NFTs and a token. And I was just like, bro, like we've seen this a million times. And I didn't get, like, I didn't feel super bullish or convicted that like this was the team that was going to make this successful. I did invite him on to the show. I was like, I'd love to talk to you more. Now is not really the time or space for it. The guy, he's a part of like Zokioverse or something like that. I think he's been a builder in the space for a while. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's cool to see Metal Slug and SNK come into the space. They're a major Japanese game studio. But again, like we've seen this, like Symbiogenesis from Square Enix, MapleStory with MapleStory Universe. Like this is not the first time. How many Ragnaroks have come into the space? This is not the first time that we've seen it. It won't be the last. And I didn't get warm and fuzzy feelings that like they had an innovative way or plan to change crypto gaming and succeed where all others have failed. So, take that for what it is. I wanted to share my experience. I do I do think it's cool that SNK is doing stuff in crypto. I always want to like share that stuff, but yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. All right, guys, let's talk about the real. Let's talk about the real. We got to talk about it. Our boy Scoriox. So we covered Gigabit yesterday, but we really just did like a quick overview. And I left it to the Gigabrains to explain more. And our boy Scoriox says that Gigaverse announced their new in-game currency. And he says it solves every single gripe that he has had with crypto gaming in recent history. He says fluctuating currency is fun from a degen perspective, but the lack of control ultimately breaks so many game systems. It can single-handedly destroy a crypto game. Facts. Tokens can be used for investment or utility, but the second that they are used for both, no bueno. He says Gigabit has a stable price preventing all of these issues, but is still present on the blockchain, which gives outsized benefits simply not possible in something like a World of Warcraft economy. You love to see it. You love to hear it. It's easy to trade with other players, do over-the-counter deals, or even have smart contracts leverage for third-party events, giveaways, and more. I agree with that. That's like what we wanted, right? DeFi, you can stake it in Aave and earn yield, or use it as collateral and take a loan, or do like crazy things. Like that's really cool. Cross-chain systems, he says picking a blockchain is dumb. There's literally no downside to being on every single blockchain at once. I'll disagree with that simply from the fact of it takes a lot of time and resources and like development to go multi-chain. It's not as easy. Look, you're managing, liquidity or supply at least, right? You're managing different smart contracts. But I agree with the overall premise. Like if you can do it, there are benefits to doing it. Yes, I agree. Finally, someone realizes the most obvious shit. Gigabit enables cross-chain gameplay for Gigaverse, something that inherently strives to be accessible. Yeah, we want cross-chain gameplay for sure. He says studio revenue, they've got a plan for studio revenue. We didn't highlight this yesterday, but we did take a quick look at it. There's 80% goes back into the prize pool, 15% goes to the rewards, and 5% goes to, or 80% goes back to the players, 15% to the rewards, 5% goes to Gigaverse. Having a revenue model for the studio makes a lot of sense. I feel like we've seen this before, generally being like, oh, we'll take like transaction fees, or like we take like a cut. So, listen, great post from Scoriox. You love to see it. It did really well. Now, I was having a conversation, or I jumped into the conversation. Shout out to Andrew Campbell, previously of Axie Infinity. Ziori, if you know, you know, was asking me about their token design. And I was like, yeah, man, come on the show. So we're going to have Ziori next week. But while we were talking about it, because Ziori also tagged Sinjin commented on it and said like, yo, I read it over. I don't think you're doing anything new, but good luck. And then I took that opportunity because I got the noti. I was like, yo, Sinjin, like, I know you're busy, but what do you think of Scoriox's post over here? And so then Scoriox and Sinjin had a good conversation, a good back and forth. And I think that this is really important for us to analyze and digest and like understand about the space so that we can all be better and improve. So here is Sinjin's take on Gigabit. Sinjin says it's so basic that it's perfect for their on-chain user base. He says it has a fixed in-game token exchange rate. $1 equals 100 gigabits. So like every other single game virtual currency that is purchased. He says you can deposit or play anywhere like every other single game that accepts crypto or fiat deposits. It's settled without gas fees, which is good, but in their internal servers. So, again, like many traditional games, just like centralization. Update the database. It has a 20% withdrawal fee on whatever your potential winnings are. 15% goes to the prize pool, 5% for profit. This is in addition to your purchases going to the prize pool. No judgment either way on this. I mean, what's not to love about a player base that takes a 20% charge on withdrawals and doesn't care about it? Scoriox, what do you think about the 20%? He says the currency is so innovative that there's no need to trade it. Yo, Sinjin's hilarious. He says this with love. It's with love. Like, with passion and care. He took the time. This is just how he communicates, Old guard. The currency is so innovative, there's no need to trade it. Basically, let's go fully Web 2, but explain it in the Web 3 on-chain degen context terminology. And wow, problems solved by removing the blockchain, except as a payment rail. The amount of absolute glazing by the... Oh my gosh, Sinjin. Yo, chill, Sin. Yo, do I gotta text the Oyabon right now, guys? The amount of absolute glazing by the users, with the exception of just one guy, Cap108, on these innovations means that Gigaverse has its product market fit and target market down pat. Congratulations to them for having such a supportive market. Yo, do we got to get Sinjin and Dith in a room? Do we got to host a debate here? Okay, so Scoriox says tokens cannot be utility. So Scoriox. Respect to Scoriox, spinning the block, doubling down, standing on 10 toes down, standing on business. Scoriox says that tokens cannot be utility and an investment vehicle at the same time. It will simply never truly work. If you see this as a Web 2 answer, I totally get that. Web 3 solutions work purely as an investment vehicle into studio revenue or whatever else. Think AXS. Sinjin agrees with point 1. Point 2 says it's just Web 2, let's be real. And that's okay, even if they spin it otherwise. I kind of agree with that. The first game to go multi-chain, they're not the first game to go multi-chain. That's innovation regardless. A lot of games try to go multi-chain. Like, Shrapnel had NFTs on multiple chains. Wildcard did. Like, a lot of games have, gone multi-chain across different things. A lot of games have ported over their tokens over to Solana. I mean, Guns is on AVAX. They also went on Solana. They've got NFTs. Parallel has gone multi-chain for a lot of different things. I understand what you're saying. It's not a it's a little apples and oranges, but I mean, I would have to see Gigabit multi-chain to really like say like, okay, you know, this is interesting the way that they've done it. But I mean, like, I don't know. Is that necessary? Like, that's USDC, like, right? We just do stables. It's like gigabit dollar. Again, I'm not mad at it. And I'm also not pretending to be smart enough to understand all of it in this moment. I very much am a need to see it and like use it and touch it and feel it to like, oh, like, okay, now I get it now. But Sinjin says it's like not real innovation. It's just kind of marketing, which is interesting. And Scoriox agrees. It's like, yo, if it's on-chain currency, which has been, you know, I think we're all saying similar things. I think this was a really good discourse, really good conversation. I think thank you, Scoriox. Thank you, Sinjin, for engaging. Thank you, Gigaverse, for pushing forward and giving us the conversation to talk about. Because these are the things that matter. I think that these are the things that are important. Games coming to market with their designs that, you know, they have spent tons of time researching, thinking about, and Dith is like one of the ones that we are betting on, that we believe in. What he's done with Gigaverse over the past year has been phenomenal. So we support Gigaverse full stop. And I think when our beloved pioneers come to market, it's important to really dive in and try to understand what they're doing, why they're doing it, what matters, why it's going to work or how it's different. Every facet of the conversation I think is incredibly important. And that's why I wanted to get Sinjin's take. This is why Gamified is so important when they have these conversations, because you get people like Kevin Lambert, Koji, Oliver from OpenSea, Paul Bettner, you know, Jerry, Dub, Sam, Peyton. You know, you get the best minds in the space. Knock. How am I going to leave Knock out? Of course, Sinjin is on there. Michael, the tatted lawyer, Satoshi, Christine. How many names do you have, Michael? You know, you get those conversations, which I hear Gamified is coming back soon. There's some Gamified alpha coming soon, guys. Can I leak this, Sam? Sam, are you still here? Sam's gone. He's not here. Sam's not here, guys. Between you and I, don't tell Sam that I told you this. Okay. No one repeat. This is a secret for us. This is not being recorded. A little birdie told me that an episode of Gamified may or may not have been recorded this week. May or may not have been recorded. Gamified is making its return very soon. Very exciting. Shout out Scoriox. Llama, everyone in the chat, if you guys don't know, Scoriox has been doing this before I was doing it. Scoriox is my OG. And guys, I am like I am beyond Unk status in crypto gaming. I am like grandfather status here. We are too old for this shit. Lethal Weapon, Danny and Briggs or whatever the guy's name is, you know the scene. We're too old for this, Murtaugh. We're too old. Scoriox, legend, one of the best YouTubers that we have. Really thoughtful, intelligent, deep thinker, and someone who never faltered and like left the space and has just continued to cover, you know, largely Illuvium, mostly Illuvium for the bulk of his time, but has started branching out into other games like Gigaverse, and Wildcard and things like that. I know he's been playing a bunch of Might and Magic Fates. So absolute legend. We've been on shows together. We've done content. Great dude. Keep doing yo thing. Last but not least, we're not done with Gigabit. We had a great post from Memento, really just summarizing this. Gigabit is like Robux, but for crypto. No emissions, no vesting, no tokenomics, on-ramp and off-ramp. On-ramps for fiat coming later. 20% off-ramp fee. Player receives 80 cents, 15%, 5%. We talked about this. Incentives for holding and spending. Outflows strengthen the holder and spender loop. Spending grows the game reward pools. Spend on marketing, marketplace shops, comps, wagers, all that good stuff. He says Gigabit is much like traditional in-game currency, controllable, stable, frictionless. You could see it as a game-branded stablecoin. Game-branded stablecoins. I like that. I like that. Shout out Memento. Shout out Memento. Last but not least, guys, let's talk about the state. We talked about the state of Gigaverse. We've talked about the state of crypto gaming. Now we got to circle back. We're spinning the block on the state of video gaming in 2026. We talked about Matthew Ball's report the other day, but we didn't do a deep dive. We just covered the highlights because I'm lazy. I am lazy and I did not do my homework. And also because I knew someone else would do my homework for me. Shout out to Joachim Arklen. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, bro. He read the entire report and gave his top 10 takeaways. So the game industry revenue hit $195 billion in 2025. That's a new all-time high. Operating profits, though, have been declining since 2019. Almost all of the growth went to three parties: Chinese publishers. China. I can say that. I'm half Chinese, guys. Platform holders like Apple, Google, Sony, Roblox, and everyone else is fighting over a market that has barely moved. Feels like crypto gaming. There isn't one video game industry. There are many. A Western AAA studio, a Roblox developer, and a Chinese mobile publisher are in completely different businesses with different growth rates and different competitors. Roblox had 150 million daily users in Q3 2025. Its quarterly engagement is now equal to Steam, PlayStation, and Fortnite combined. What the fuck? It monetizes at 5 cents per hour. PlayStation monetizes at 44 cents. Roblox is winning on volume. Half Chinese, half stereotyping Chinese. Which half said that? That's funny. That's funny. Mobile game advertising generated $67 billion. Yo, run that back one more time for the people in the back. For the people that are, cleaning, taking the trash out and at the refrigerator real quick. Mobile game advertising generated $67 billion in gross revenue. Just mobile game advertising alone. $67 billion. Most industry analysts don't even count it, including ads. The non-China market grew $35 billion since 2021, excluding ads. Okay. U.S. gamer participation is down 2.5% to 4% since the pandemic. Most of the 8 major Western markets are flat or declining in players and spend. The rest of the world is growing at about 12% annually. The mature market 8 is growing at 1.4%. Okay. Of 136 billion in non-China content sales, platform stores took 33 billion in fees. That's iOS, Android, console, and Steam. 33 billion in fees, dude. I mean, yeah, dude, I'd be buying PlayStation. Dude, I just bought freaking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on PlayStation 5 for like $40, dude. $40 they got me for. And I paid for Arc Raiders twice because I bought it on my PlayStation and then I had to buy it on Steam. Bruh. No wonder I'm broke. Roblox has saved $422 million in platform fees since Q1 of 2022 by routing spend through its own channels. That sounds like crypto gaming is inevitable to me, boys. That sounds like crypto gaming is inevitable to me. Get them crypto payment rails. Online sports betting hit $17 billion in U.S. gross revenue in 2025. So online sports betting is $17 billion, while gaming is $200 billion. We are 10x of online sports. I guess it's online sports in the U.S. So globally, I mean, what is it? I don't know. But that's 35x what it was in 2019. iGaming globally generated, global, 54 billion. So still we're like 4x. TikTok averages 102 million daily hours in the US. These aren't passive entertainment alternatives. They're interactive, real-time, and built for engagement in ways that most games aren't. Yeah, this is a really big problem. So more and more people have been talking about this, where like games are not just competing against other games. We are living in the attention economy. And I think Sam even talked about this on Gamified. Like, how many times have you been like, oh, I want to go log into the game? Like, you know, yo, bro, log in. And like, you want to go play. You got like 2 hours and you're like, I'm going to I literally did this last night. Like, yeah, I'm going to load into the game. And then like you get distracted on your phone scrolling TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, and 45 minutes goes by, an hour goes by, and it's like, oh, like the time that you were gonna go game, you just like were on the couch, scrolling. Literally happened to me last night. I was gonna play Arc Raiders, and I did, but only for half the time because it took me like 45 minutes to get off my phone. So that's a real issue, real issue. Like, that's why the industry is, has to go up against. 35% of all game content investment was outsourced. That's a record. 74% of that growth is upstream art, engineering, game design, not QA or localization. Hollow Knight, Silksong, for example, has 3 internal credits and 94 external ones. That's the new normal. So content investment is being outsourced. Interesting. Cool. I love it. Dude, I love I don't know, man. I'm just a nerd. I'm a video game business nerd. Like, I love learning about this stuff. I love reports. I love data. Hopefully you guys find this interesting. Because I do, and unfortunately I make you guys sit through it on stream. So I appreciate you guys. You guys are the GOATs. It's just cool, man. If you want to know where we're going, you gotta understand where we are, where we've been, and through that you will see the trends. So, guys, that's it. That's it for the episode. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Yield Guild Games, for being today's title sponsor, brought to you by Yield Guild Games. Dude, I don't know how YGG could have a bigger year than 2025, but at the same time, I will say that they are on track. They crushed it in 2025 with YGG Play, Lowland, Giga Chad Bat. They've already launched their first game, Waifu Sweeper. They're doing big things. Daily quests, best community, great content. They really have like a strong creator economy and community, and they're like fostering and incubating creators. A lot of great things happening in the YGG ecosystem. We are so proud to be partnered with them, as we are all of our partners: Sequence, SoulForge Fusion, B3, AI Rev. That concludes today's episode, guys. We will be back tomorrow with the final episode of the week and our very, very special guest, Hantao from Moku, to tell us all about the $1 million Grand Arena prize pool. My name is Icy Gaming. I appreciate you guys. It warms my heart that you guys take the time to tune into the stream, hang out with your boy, You guys are locked in on crypto gaming. You care about Ronin, Immutable, AVAX, Abstract, you know, games across the space. You care about the creators and like what's happening. You care about the different games. You know, you guys are the GOATs, and it's so fun. I look forward to this every single day. I got my start streaming, and I'm so happy to be back streaming. And the fact that I have, you know, people like Scoriox, Sam Stefanina, Sunshine, Llama, Ice and Dark, Mount Doji showing up every single day, or showing up, you know, every single week and supporting just always means a lot. And I really have a lot of fun with it. So thank you guys for making my day. And we'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST, same time. I'll try and get Twitch fixed for you guys. And yeah, stay tuned. Hantow tomorrow, gonna be a banger episode. And until then, guys, keep gaming, stay humble, keep dreaming, and I'll see you then. Peace.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from